That was murdered in Spain.
Welcome to another brand new episode of Hot Talk, where we talk about hot discussions going on in the LGBTQI spaces. And here we bring it all and lay it all to bear. Very interesting, very exciting, very entertaining. And today on Hot Talk, we'll be discussing the topic date before sex or sex before date. Should you date before you have sex or have sex or have sex or sex before you date?
Start
Sorry,
stammering. Go straight to the point. Speak up.
straight to the point. Should you
Yes.
date before you have sex or have sex before you date the person? My name remains I remain your host as usual, Marvelous Achafi Kenichi, and I'm joined by Henry Chimerise today. How are you doing, Henry?
I am fine. I am teen. Fuck them and then did them.
Okay. Henry, let's hear from your point of view. Why do you choose
Honestly.
to?
See, when you go to the store to buy something, who goes and buy a car without driving the car? You will start the car,
Which
you will
car?
change the engine,
Which?
see
This
if
is not car.
if
This
the
is two
engine is
relationship.
working.
This is two
Nobody
relationship.
see, even when you want to buy anything in this life, you have to test and see. There's a restaurant in Toronto called Test and See. So you have to try because at the end of the whole day, I don't like somebody like me. I don't like surprises. If you are going to be in a relationship, why are we waiting? Secondly, it's not like it's like a Christian, like based on faith. If it's based on faith, then it's understandable. But if it's not based on faith, then what are we waiting for? I need to check what I am marketing, what you are selling, so that I'll not be expecting something and when the commodity is open, then it's not what I ordered for. Because at the end of the whole day, you don't want to break up your relationship. So I would say rather test what you are looking for before the whole thing, because you don't want a situation. I've had a lot of couples that have had the same situation. They get into a relationship, it's healthy, they've been dating for 4 years, then they get to have sex and they discover this man cannot perform, he's impotent, he doesn't last long in bed. They begin to have all the sexual issues which they never had because they never had sex before dating, and now they have to break up that relationship because it's no longer working, because there's no alternative. So rather, darling, instead of you to wait that long.
There's some people that they actually perform. They are good performers. They perform extremely well before they were in a relationship. And then along the line, started having issues, maybe low sperm counts and diabetes, something came up, and they reduced their performance. So are you saying that they should divorce now? Probably they've gotten married at this stage. So should they get the divorce?
Darling, if
Calm down. Let me now give my own
yes, they
opinion.
should have a
Let me not give
divorce.
my own opinion. Let me not.
Yes,
Okay, that
give
is
your
true.
opinion.
But we keep showing people into divorce. People who never marry. Now they just made a good divorce. We have a lot of community members who are still there crying for love. That's the reason why tops even basically are doing them a favor. We must say tops feel like they are obviously doing them a favor because they are busy crying every day, begging for relationship. But now let me now go to the other side and say for me, see, I would say the thing. If it will work, it will work. But the biggest thing I feel should be done is how will I put it? For me, I feel like it should be dates before you have the sex. Because I feel like the biggest relationship I've had was not even based on, we didn't even talk about it first. It was about getting to know you, me to know you. And I've seen also relationships like that to that work. But the fact that you have because there are some people, whether you like it or not, I think people should see this movie, Boy Meets Boy. Boy Meets Boy just basically explains how some people are wired. That once they've had it, they basically consider you as cheap. They basically just consider you see that you are just feel like, oh, you are cheap. To them, you are just basically cheap. So it's just it for me. So carry on with your point. You're about to say points.
No, honestly, I've heard what you had to say. Like, yes, if it works for you, it works for you. But yes, everybody's wired like that. But at the same time, you need to come to this realization that sometimes people like to, have fun first to see if they are compatible. How do you know you're compatible if you haven't tried it out in the bedroom? You could be because the most important thing about the dating, what dating does, is to bring that discussion, bring that compatibility, and to be
Should it be
decent.
compatibility? Should it be compatibility or commitment? That's one issue that I'm always finding.
It should be
It should not be
compatibility,
about
not
commitment. Like,
commitment.
oh,
You
well, I'm
can be
committed. You are
committed.
going
You
to
can
make
be
me.
committed to an abusive relationship, and you're not compatible because the two of you are not the same people. You're not meant to be. So it should be compatibility, then commitment. And I feel from my point, compatibility is missing if sex is not involved. So when you have sex, it doesn't stop you from dating, and when you date, it doesn't stop you from having sex. But whichever one comes first doesn't determine if the relationship is going to be good or bad. For me, I feel at the end of the whole day, try it if you can, because a half of the community relationship sex is even starting up on Grinder or Tinder. So the first thing you do talk about is sex. So that is the issue. But it depends. If I met this person in a decent place, for example, I went to a family get together and I'm getting to know this person, say it would be a date. So I feel the circumstances on which you started talking about or we met determines which one comes first.
Well, I mean, you basically, I wanted to add something controversial, but let me just leave it. Let me not be controversial because I would say it again. It just boils down to, I think you said the main point is that it boils down to what you feel should be done. But me, I will still pick dates over sex because I feel like you guys should get to know each other. What is the rush for? There's no need to rush. Calm down. And I feel like, I don't know if it's for me
You
or if
see,
it's anybody
the
else.
issue with your point is because you say, what is the rush for? So you're making it that sex is the last thing at the end of the tunnel. But
No, it's
sex
not.
should
I do
not be
not
the
say the
last
last
thing.
thing.
It
I do not
should
say the
be,
last thing.
you
You
say,
guys
okay,
can.
what do
I
you
don't
mean
say
by
the last.
what is the rush for?
Sometimes, if it's not a hookup, then it shouldn't be treated like a hookup.
So
I just feel
is sex the
both
whole
of you,
of a relationship?
but we know that it's like the normal basis for hookup. If it's not a hookup, why should it be treated as a hookup?
I think that the most
Let it see. That should be. I don't feel like it should be lasting, but it should be one of the last things of the burner. It should be
and,
one of the last
and I
things of
feel
the.
if you're going into a relationship and sex is your stronghold, then darling, you don't have anything in that relationship. Oh.
It's not a stronghold, but I'm saying that it can wait. There can be things that you guys can get to know each other, get to see the this, get to go on events, get to some people will go on
Yes,
their
know
top
each
it,
other
know each other.
naked, know
Exactly.
each other in the natural
That
breastfeed,
is because you are hooked
know
up.
each other
That is because you are
and
a hook
see
up
if the
person.
person
Basically,
has the
people
type
should
of nipples you
that's
can
that's how I
suck,
tell people.
the type of body that turns
That
you
means you don't
on.
need a date. What you need is just what you don't need a date. What you need is just you probably just conji is catching you and just need to blow off. But that's just
And
the thing.
again, when you're having sex with somebody, it's not that conjugal is catching you. You are making love, darling. This is
So
love
please,
making.
that is just an excuse. That is a flimsy excuse for an horny person. Just horny. And
See,
that's what you need.
okay, not
I
to
need
make
to
this
agree.
video short. Yes,
Don't
carry
do
on.
that's what I'm just saying. We're basically done. We're basically done with this conversation. This conversation has ended a long time ago. So people should just learn from both our angles. We get to
And there
understand.
is
It's
nothing
level
wrong
again.
with you being a congee person. Yes, we are congee
And
people. We want to
and there's
chat what we
nothing
want to chat first.
exactly,
So,
exactly,
so, so,
exactly, exactly. And there's nothing
we
wrong
want
with
to
you
know
also
if you
getting
can perform. We want to know you in and out.
there's nothing
Dating,
wrong with
in
thank
dating,
you
you
very
cannot know somebody in and out. You only know them
I've agreed,
out. Know them
I've agreed,
inside. It is
I've
good to be
agreed with you.
intimate.
That is a good one, but I also tell you that there's nothing wrong too in waiting. If the person truly wants you, wants to be forever, wants
My
it to be
dear,
forever.
sometimes you
The person
can
will
wait and
carry
they will still fuck you and disappear. So, darling,
that,
enjoy it. If
but
it's fuck, you
at
fuck,
least
fuck
you
and
at
go.
least you guys know how you waited. At least the more emotions are invested in it, the more it's harder for you to just break off and just end like a sad story from the books. The more emotions
Honestly,
invested, let emotions be invested.
I
First,
feel like if you have sex,
let emotions be invested.
the emotion comes
Can I
closer.
just you said your final point, please. Let's just carry this one. Your final point. Let me just
Final point for me is
you're the one
emotions
making
or
this
no
video long.
emotions, sex or date first, it doesn't matter. But what
Okay,
matters is compatibility and
okay.
commitment. Because,
Thank
like,
you.
if you don't make that effort to be together, darling, there is no
You are
magic in
preaching.
this world.
You are preaching, sir. You are preaching. Thank you very much. Pastor. Final emotions will be like the more emotions invested, the more it's harder to break off. Invest more emotions in it, and it will be very, very, very hard for you to break off. And that's why I always pick dating first before having sex. That's our episode for Hot Talk for this episode. To next episode, see you guys later. We'll be talking about conversations that affect the community. Next episode, see you guys later. Peace out.
And call us on our number. It is working. If you have not called the number, call. Call, it is working. Give us a ring.